Hello guys, my name is Ivy Carol. Today I'm going to share with you how the bank refused my application for a mortgage as a first timer. Guys, before we get into this, let me just let you know I'm not a financial advisor, but you know what they say, experience is the best teacher. So I want to share with you some of my experiences and what a lot of first timers, some mistakes that first timers do. So what I did, the first mistake I did was go to the bank directly, guys. When we thought that we needed to move on, we needed to go into the property ladder, guys, we went directly to the bank. And guys, every time the bank filled our application, and that was the greatest mistake we ever did. And this affected our credit score and our financial statement. So guys, if you're a first timer and you're thinking of going onto the property ladder, make sure you've got a broker. You need a broker with you. We didn't know this till a friend recommended us their broker. So guys, you need a broker with you. Don't do it except you've got a family that is holding your hand. Except the only reason why you can go to the lenders yourself, that is the bank, is when you've got good credit score, okay, when you've got your savings, when you know you can take that risk, when you know your financial statement, you know there's nothing pending on your credit rating, there's nothing messy there. You have reviewed your credit score, and maybe you've got someone that can give you a hand, maybe a father, a mother, your sister, or you have maybe a broker in your family or a friend that is a broker that can give you some guidelines. Then you can go onto the lenders yourself. But other than that, don't go to the lenders, guys. 2, guys, you need to do home search, guys, because when the bank finally give you an offer, it's for a limited time. So if you've not searched for the house you want, and you're now going to the market to search for a house that will meet your affordability, guys, that can put a bit of pressure on you. I quite remember when we were getting the property, one of the mistakes we did was we're a bit reluctant, and we thought, oh, if we have the money, then we can go ahead. So we got the money, and now we had to now start searching for property, and it was really, really hard. You know, we didn't have any property on mind, and it was really, really hard. So another thing is that make sure you know the kind of house you want to go for. You understand? You have the idea in your head. You've gone to the property. You've seen about a few houses that you know that as soon as it's approved, as soon as your affordability checks pass, and as soon as you've got your agreement in principle, you can go ahead to get it. Another mistake I think first timers always do is the forever home, guys. The forever home. I have been there before. Guys, this is something that most first timers want, you know, a forever home. And a few people that I have advised, and a few people that I've helped to also acquire their property, they were at the same place because of their forever home. They just want to get a house to suit them forever. Okay, they don't have the idea of joining the property ladder. But when you think of joining the property ladder before thinking of a forever home, that is really, really important, because every day the property market is changing. There's new terms and conditions. The government is passing laws, and so many things can affect your affordability. So many things can affect your tomorrow. So if you've got the chance, why wait for a forever home when you can just go onto a property ladder that is affordable? I would encourage people that if you're a first timer and you think of going onto the property ladder, go for affordable home, guys. Affordable home is really, really important. Example I can give is go for a house that you can live. It's in a good condition. All you need is like a bit of DIY. Okay, not a house that is in shams. No, that's not what I mean. I mean that you can get homes that you need a new repainting. You need maybe later on, maybe 2 years later, you need a boiler changing, or you will need maybe a kitchen renovating, it's okay. Your family can live, not a house full of mold or a house of leakage. No, even the bank will not give you a bank will not give you money for such a house. But what I want to say is that go for a house that is affordable. That is a lot of mistakes people do. They are waiting for their forever home. My forever home is like, it's costing about $1 million. I want a house with 2 living rooms. I want a big kitchen. I want a diner. I want a theater for my children. I want about 5 bedrooms. I want a room for family to gather together. I want a big backyard where I can hold activities. Probably maybe one of my children will have their weddings there. That is my forever home. But in order to get onto the property ladder, I need to go to affordable home. So you need to swap your forever home for affordable home. So I think that is a lot of things that first timers do. Then finally, as a first timer, never underestimate the power of savings, guys. A lot of first timers, I have been there, you always underestimate the power of savings, and this is as a result of fear of the deposit. So a lot of people don't want to go into the property ladder because they're afraid of the deposit, and they're thinking, oh well, I can't save that much. But if you want to go onto the property ladder, if you're a first timer, you need to have a plan. You need to start by saving. Okay, by saving. And I always have this that I always tell my friends and people closer to me who are thinking onto joining the property ladder. I always say that, what if £15,000 can get you onto the property market? And they are always astounded. They don't believe it, that how come 15,000? And I keep telling them, go for affordable home. So for instance, where I live, in the region I live, if you have 100,000 to 120, you can get a good affordable home. 100,000 to 120. And if you ask your broker to apply for 5% for you, having 5% means that you pay much more, but that also is what you can afford. So 5% of, let's say, 100,000 is 5,000. So with stamp duty and solicitor fee and maybe your broker fee, everything can come to 10,000. And if you're looking about 120 or 130 house, even with 10% of that, okay, if you have £15,000, that. And I believe that as a first timer, you always have to sacrifice. There is a bit of sacrifice. My financial mentor, Robert Kiyosaki, said something. He said a lot of people want the best in life. They want the good things, but they are not willing to sacrifice. So this is what I want to share with you today. How to, some of the mistakes that first timers tend to do. Okay, so the first one I said, they always go to lender by themselves. Don't do that. 2, they're always into their forever home once again as well. Thirdly, they always they don't search for properties on time, so they wait till they get the agreement to go ahead, or they get the affordability check or the go ahead, and that can put a lot of pressure because some lenders give you a specific time, that is 3 to 6 months. If you don't use the offer they have given you, you have to apply again, and maybe during that time situations can change. So that is something that some mistakes that first timers do. I also believe that most people don't know their credit score. That also can affect you applying to lenders. That's some mistakes that I think first timers do. And underestimating the power of savings, that is also some mistakes that first timers, I think, I have done that before, so I think first timers tend to do. I hope this is a tip that you can hold to yourself, and hopefully let's see you again. Bye.